Good evening. Good evening. Welcome to our Mountain Strong concert tonight, and thank you for coming. I'm Kent Meyer, and it's my pleasure to welcome you to the YMCA of the Rockies. Now, I want you to tell me the truth. How many are here because we're in a flush zone? Yeah, I knew there'd be some. And how many are here because you love our Estes Park community? You bet. When we wanted to put on this concert, I called Brad and said, Brad, what about this? Would you be willing to come out and sing some of your songs for our Estes community? And he said, under one condition, that I don't get paid for it. I want this to be a contribution to my community. So let's welcome our favorite cowboy, Brad Fitch.
Well, howdy, neighbors. How nice of y'all to come out this evening. I'm what you call a techno peasant, so be patient with me. I understand this thing goes right here. Ah, it worked. Well, I want to thank Kent Meyer and Gary Van Horn and all of the YMCA staff for hosting us tonight. And before I get started, I just want to say how proud I am to be part of this community here. And I've been playing all around the country in recent years, but there's no place like home. So I think those of you who know me know I can't play without this on my head. So anyway, I hope we can just have a good time tonight and appreciate the goodness we have here in our lives, have a little bit of fun, and maybe for an hour, forget about any troubles we might have. What do you say? I come from a real small town of cowboys and tourists with clear blue frozen lakes and fresh green mountain sagebrush. It's where the Rockies touch the sky. The summer nights are full of falling stars. Everybody socializes on the weekends in the smoky bars. And it's a real small town with cabins made of wood and stone. A real small town, and that's where my values were born. No matter where I go in this great big world, I'm from a real small town. It's where the locals have to work real hard all summer long. They've got to save up their money for when the winter finally comes around. 'Cause when the tourists leave this town, it sure ain't easy when the snow and wind start to blow. But the strong and the stubborn stay here 'cause they call this town home. And it's a real small town with cabins made of wood and stone. A real small town, and that's where my values were born. No matter where I go in this great big world, I'm from a real small town. I've heard it said that the grass is greener. Let me tell you what I found out. There's a lot of big cities and so much to see there, but home is where the heart is, and without a doubt, mine's in a real small town with cabins made of wood and stone. A real small town, and that's where my values were born. No matter where I go in this great big world, no matter where I go in this great big world, no matter where I go in this this great big world and from a real small town. I'm from a real small town. I'm from a real small town. Well, thank you, friends. I understand there are some children here tonight. So if you're a kid, raise your hand and let me see you. All right. If you've ever been a kid, raise your hand and let me see you. All right. Well, good now. Now, see, I didn't know there were going to be any kids here tonight. Can you believe that? That's not true at all. But I wasn't planning on playing this song, but I remembered when I was a kid, even for a long drive all the way from Estes Park to the YMCA of the Rockies, I would say to my folks, "Are we there yet?" So guess what? I'm buckled up here in the back seat with my blanket and my friend Pooh. I played with puzzles, books, and crayons. Can't think of one more fun thing to do. Are we there yet? When will we get where you say we're gonna go? How much longer? Won't you tell me? Are we there yet? I've gotta know. Sound familiar, anybody? I wish my feet could reach the pedal. If I were bigger, I could drive. I'd have a magic little button. Then when I pushed it, the car would fly. Are we there yet? When will we get where you say we're gonna go? Oh, how much longer? Why don't you tell me? Are we there yet? I've gotta know. I feel my tummy is getting hungry, and there's McDonald's right down the road. My cup is empty, I'm feeling thirsty. Please find the bathroom, I gotta go. Are we there yet? When will we get where you say we're gonna go? Oh, how much longer? Won't you tell me? Are we there yet? I've gotta know. Oh, are we there yet? You drive so slow. Yes! Well, thanks a bunch. Somebody, as I was coming through, as folks were coming through the door, I was greeting folks, and somebody said to me, "Do you know any John Denver songs?" Oh, maybe one or two. You know, every summertime, I play a campfire sing-along here at the YMCA of the Rockies, and no matter where folks are from, they always seem to know this song, no matter if they're from other states or other countries in the world. And now I know most of you just ate, but singing along does aid the digestion, at least that's what they tell me. So I invite you to do so. It's good and good for you. Almost heaven, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountains, Shenandoah River. Life is old there, older than the trees, younger than the mountains, growing like a breeze. Country roads take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, mountain mama, take me home. Country roads, I hear it. All my memories gather round her. Miner's lady, stranger to blue water. Dark and dusty, painted on the sky, a misty taste of moonshine, teardrop in my eye. Country roads take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, mountain mama, take me home, country roads. I hear her voice in the morning, how she calls me. The radio reminds me of my home far away. Then driving down the road, I get the feeling that I should have been home yesterday. Yesterday, country roads take me home to the place I belong, West Virginia. Mountain mama, take me home, country roads. One more time. Country roads take me home to the place I belong, West Virginia, West Virginia, mountain mama, oh mama, take me home. Country roads, take me home, down country roads, take me home, down country roads. Hey, thanks everybody. That's some mighty fine singing. And you know, I thought maybe I'd do some sing-along songs tonight just because, you know, sing-alongs are very polarizing. You either love it and it fills your heart with joy, or you absolutely hate stupid sing-along songs. And so I wanted to do a good balance for those who want to sing along. And I thought, oh, I know a lot of cowboy songs. Maybe I'll do Cool Water. And I thought that'd be in very poor taste given the circumstances. So instead of Cool Water, I'm going to do a Woody Guthrie song that you all know. And you know, Woody Guthrie was considered to be quite a radical. And there were actually, during his time, members of Congress who disapproved of some of his songs. Unbelievable. So let's do a Woody Guthrie song. As I was walking that ribbon of highway, I saw above me that in the skyway. I saw below me that lonesome valley. This land was made for you and me. This land is your land, this land is my land. From California to the New York Island, from the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream water, this land was made for you and me. I've roamed and rambled and followed my footsteps to the sparkling sands of her diamond deserts, and all around me a voice was sounding. This land was made for you and me. This land is your land, this land is my land. From California to the New York Island, from the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream water, this land was made for you and me. The sun came shining and I was strolling with the wheat fields waving and the dust clouds rolling. As the fog was lifting, a voice was chanting, this land was made for you and me. This land is your land, this land is my land. From California to the New York Island, from the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream water, this land was made for you and me. I went walking, I saw a sign there, and on that sign said, no trespassing, but on the other side it said nothing. That side was made for you and me. This land is your land, this land is my land. From California to the New York Island, from the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream water, this land was made for you and me. In the city and the country, In the shadow of the steeple at the relief office, I saw my people, and some were mumbling, and some were wondering if this land's still made for you and me. You bet it is. This land is your land. This land is my land. From California to the New York Island, from the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream water. This land is still made for you and me. Ah, this land was made for you and me. Thank you. Woo! Well, I'd like to play one of my songs for you, and this is one of my newer songs from a CD I did this year. And it's a song, it's one of my songs about my songs, and it's called My Songs. My songs just follow me round wherever I go, and some of them have been with me since a long time ago. They tell of places I love and times that I know. My songs just follow me around wherever I go. I've been around the world, I've been everywhere, and when I needed music, my songs were always there. Some are often sung, others lie low. My songs just follow me round wherever I go. My songs just follow me round wherever I go. And some of them have been with me since a long time ago. They tell of places I love, times that I know. My songs just follow me round wherever I go. And when I'm feeling lonely, the songs are always there. And if I start to worry, there's music in the air. Throughout this endless life, I've played many roles, and the music's been there with me. It stays in my soul. Sometimes it's locked up, sometimes it flows. My songs just follow me round wherever I go. Though some are often sung, others lie low. My songs just follow me around wherever I go. Thank you, everybody. Well, feeling patriotic about being a Coloradan, I thought I'd learn this next song for tonight, since it's our state song, after all. He was born in the summer of his 27th year, coming home to the place he'd never been before. Left yesterday behind him, you might say he was born again. You might say he found the key for every door. When he first came to the mountains, his life was far away, on the road and hanging by a song. But the string's already broken and it doesn't really care. Keeps changing fast and it don't last for long. and the Colorado Rocky Mountain High. I've seen it rain and fire in the sky. I know he'd be a poor man if he never saw an eagle fly. Rocky Mountain High, Colorado. Rocky Mountain High, where he climbed Cathedral Mountain, saw silver clouds below. He saw everything as far as you can see. And they say that he got crazy once and tried to touch the sun, and he lost a friend but kept his memory. Now he walks in quiet solitude, the forests and the streams, seeking grace in every step he takes. His side is turned inside himself to try and understand the serenity of a clear blue mountain lake. But the Colorado Rocky Mountain High, I've seen it raining fire in the sky. A shadow from the starlight is softer than a lullaby. Rocky Mountain High, Rocky Mountain High. Now his life is full of wonder, but his heart still knows some fear of a simple thing he cannot comprehend. Why they try to tear the mountains down just to bring in a couple more people, more scars upon the land. But the Colorado Rocky Mountain High, I've seen it raining fire in the sky. So talk to God and listen to the casual reply. Rocky Mountain High, and it's Colorado Rocky Mountain High. Oh, I've seen it raining fire in the sky. Friends around the campfire, everybody's high. Rocky Mountain High, Rocky Mountain High, Rocky Mountain High, Rocky Mountain High. All right. Well, thank you, friends. Thanks a lot. My brother Doug, also from Estes Park originally, lives in Hawaii now. And a couple of weeks ago, there on the island of Oahu, he did a Colorado flood relief benefit concert. Yeah. He sure did. He sure did. So I thought it'd be nice to play one of his songs. He most surely played this one at that concert, and it speaks of being homesick for Estes Park, Colorado. Yeah, if you can believe a guy who lives in Hawaii gets homesick for Estes Park. Well, it's true. He does from time to time, and every time he calls up and says, maybe I should come home and visit, I say, the wind is blowing at 50 miles an hour. It's going to get down to 19 tonight, and it's only August. And he goes, okay, well, have fun. Anyway, this is one of Doug's songs. It's called Take Me Away. Not long ago, it seems like yesterday, the mountains were my home. I thought I'd always stay, summer days of blue. and night skies full of stars. Lately I can't take the sight of city lights and cars. Take me away, far, far away from here. Take me away, oh, bring me home. The mountains are my home, far away from here. Send me on my way, just take me home. There were times before, times I'd wish away, up among the peaks, beside a glacial lake, living in the sky. Makes it hard to leave when the city's got me down, down where I can't breathe. Take me away, far, far away from here. Take me away, oh, bring me home. The mountains are my home, far away from here. Send me on my way, take me home. To the purple mountains' majesty, if it's even for a day. You know it's not so very far from here. It's just a world away. Looking out my door, this is what I see. Houses row by row, all planned so expertly, but the wind and rock and snow are calling out to me from summits that I know. It's where I want to be. Take me away, far, far away from here. Take me away, just bring me home. The mountains are my home, far away from here. Send me on my way, take me home. Take me home, oh, take me home. Thank you very much. Here's another John Denver tune for you. I guess he'd rather be in Colorado. He'd rather spend his time out where the sky looks like a pearl after the rain. Once again I see him walking. Once again I hear him talking to the stars he makes and asking them for bus fare. I guess he'd rather be in Colorado. He'd rather play his banjo in the morning when the moon is scarcely gone. In the dawn, the subway's coming. In the dawn, I hear him humming some old song he wrote of love in Boulder Canyon. I guess he'd rather be in Colorado. I guess he'd rather be in Colorado. Guess he'd rather work out where the only thing you earn is what you spend. In the end, up in his office, in the end, a quiet cough is all he has to show He lives in New York City. I guess he'd rather be in Colorado. Oh, that's a goodie. Well, yeah, we have forest fires, and we have floods, and we have droughts, and we have blizzards, and we have wind. But you know what? I'd rather be in Colorado. We're pretty blessed, aren't we? We sure are. Well, I sense that it's time for another group participation song. And I haven't played a cowboy song yet. It's almost sacrilege for me to stand up here and not play a cowboy song. So I'm going to do that right now, but this one is going to be a therapeutic song for all of us. Because this is a song where you get to shout all your frustrations out in a very constructive, harmonious way. And let me show you what you do. This is your part. It goes like this. Yeehaw! Just like that. That's just like that. And because you know, especially at times like we've been having the last couple of weeks, you know, your yeehaws get suppressed. You get a yeehaw stuck down in your craw, and you just got to get it out. And it's my job to get those yeehaws out right now. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to give you a cue word, and the cue word is the word yo. Yeah. You got it. So here we go. One more time. Yo. Yeah. All right. An old cowpoke went riding out one dark and windy day. Upon a ridge he rested as he went along his way. When all at once a mighty herd of red-eyed cows he saw climbing through the ragged sky up the cloudy draw. Ta-yeah, yippee-yi-yo, ghost herd in the sky. Hey, that was pretty good. Their brands were still on fire and their hooves are made of steel. Their horns were black and shiny and their hot breath he could feel. A bolt of fear went through him as they thundered through the sky. He saw those riders coming hard, and he heard the mournful cry. Yippee-yi-hey, yippee-yi-yo, ghost riders in the sky. Oh my goodness, y'all are great at that. Yo! See what I mean? As the riders went on by him, he heard them call his name. My people are here. If you want to save your soul from hell and riding on our range, then cowboy, change your ways today, or with us you will ride, trying to catch the devil's herd across the endless sky. Ta-yeah, yippee-yi-yo, ghost riders in the sky. I'm so proud of all of you. Oh, thanks. That's just what I do when I'm trying to remember the next verse. Their faces gaunt, their eyes a blur, their shirts are soaked in sweat. They're riding hard to get the herd, but they ain't caught 'em yet. Oh, they're bound to ride forever on that range up in the sky, on horses snorting fire. Just like that. As they ride and hear them cry. All right. Oh, yippee-yi-yi, yippee-yi-yo. Yeah! Ghost riders in the sky. Okay, one more time, folks. Oh, yippee-yi-yi, yippee-yi-yo. Ghost riders in the sky. And ladies and gentlemen, a word from Courtney Hill, a message from Courtney. Oh, listen to this, folks. So far, the total raised for Crossroads Ministry this evening is $3,068.30. And that's just so far. That's from all of you. Thank you, everybody. You're taking care of your neighbors. Well, you know, when I was putting together our program tonight, I wanted to include some songs about our love for Estes Park in Colorado. I wanted to do a Cowboy song, and I wanted to make sure and put a love song in. And it's come up to that time of the evening for a love song. So if you're here with your sweetie, this is the time. You might want to move a little closer. Might want to hold that hand. This is, all right, now look at, yeah. Right on. She's moving right in. So here you go. I dedicate this to all the lovers out there. You asked me if I love you, and if my love is true. Well, if I were a rich man, this is what I'd do. I'd buy you a diamond ring and a new fur coat or two. If my nose was running money, I'd blow it all on you. If my nose was running money, I'd blow it all on you. I'd buy you a Cadillac and a new Mercedes too. I'd build you a mansion right on that mountaintop. If my nose was running money, but honey, it's not. Oh, it's a booger of a problem I've got. I wish my nose was running money, but it's not. No, it's not. I'd buy you a diamond ring and a new fur coat or two. If my nose was running money, well, I'd blow it all on you. If my nose was running money, I'd blow it all on you. Okay, thank you for putting up with that. Here's a real love song. You fill up my senses like a night in the forest, like the mountains in springtime, like a walk in the rain, like a storm in the desert, like a sleepy blue ocean. You fill up my senses. Come fill me again. Oh, come, let me love you. Let me give my life to you. Let me drown in your laughter. Let me die in your arms. Let me lay down beside you. Let me always always be with you. Come, let me love you. Come, love me again. Wish I could write lyrics like that. Let me give my life to you. Come, let me love you. Come, love me again. You fill up my senses like a night in the forest, like the mountains in springtime, like a walk in the rain, like a storm in the desert, like a sleepy blue ocean. You fill up my senses. Come fill me again. Hey, thanks everybody. Well, a couple of years back, I was doing something I love to do, which is hiking up a mountain. I'll bet some of you like to hike up mountains around here. Anyway, it was a stormy-looking day, but I had read the forecast, and I knew that if I got high enough up on the mountain, I would miss the storm because it would come in down through Estes Park, and it did. Anyway, it was a nice, pleasant, normal afternoon thunderstorm, and I wrote a song. Sitting on the mountain, looking at the world below, I'm resting easy, listening to the breezes blow. I don't know what day it is, and I don't even care, because I'm living with my head up in the air. There's a thunderstorm down in the canyon, and soon it will cover the town. But here I'll stay dry, sitting way up in the sky, as I watch all the rain pouring down. Feeling like a mountain goat climbing through the snow. I'm feeling sorry for the people who don't know. Everybody looks for something I don't understand. I'm resting easy, part of Mother Nature's band. There's a thunderstorm down in the canyon, and soon it will cover the town. But here I'll stay dry, sitting way up in the sky, as I watch all that rain pouring down. There's a thunderstorm down in the canyon, and soon it will cover the town. But here I'll stay dry, sitting way up in the sky, as I watch all that rain pouring down. And yesterday morning I told you just what I'd be doing by now. I said I'd be above all of the mess down there in town, so I think I'm gonna stay up here a while. Now I know what John Denver meant by Rocky Mountain High, so I think I'm gonna stay up here a while. Thank you. That's a happy song. Well, I mentioned my brother Doug earlier, and a few years ago he was visiting me, and you know, even though he lives in Hawaii, he does get sentimental about Estes Park, and he says, you know, growing up in Estes Park was quite a thing. Do you remember when we were kids, the Big Thompson Canyon flood? I said, oh yeah, how could I forget that? Came right down the Big Thompson Canyon, and close to 150 people lost their lives in that tragic event. He said, yeah, man, that was something. He said, then in 1982, the Lawn Lake Dam broke, and a flood came down Elkhorn Avenue and really hurt a lot of businesses, hurt a lot of people. I said, yeah, I remember that. He said, you know, as beautiful as it is growing up in Estes Park, it takes a really tough and strong sort of person to live there, doesn't it? I said, yeah, it does. It sure does. Well, he wrote this next tune, and now we have a third flood event to include. So this is a song I thought would be appropriate for tonight. Cowboy boots show my roots 'neath the Colorado sky. Wind and sun, snow and fun, living Rocky Mountain high. In our town, feeling down was the warmth of a feather vest. When times got rough, we got tough on our own frontier in the wild, wild west. I can get where I'm going, and I can brave any storm. I can reap every seed I'm sowing, 'cause that's how we did it back home. So follow her rules, or nature is cruel. We're just teardrops in a flood. After all, I recall when the mountain rivers flowed with blood. But I can get where I'm going, and I can brave any storm. I can reap every seed I'm sowing, 'cause that's how we did it back home. Growing up in the mountains, life was fragile and pure. Time was short, so each day counted, and the lessons endured. Now, hiking boots show my roots in the Colorado sky. Wind and sun, snow and fun, living Rocky Mountain high. Well, I can get where I'm going, and I can brave any storm. I can reap every seed I'm sowing, 'cause that's how we do it back home. I can get where I'm going, and I can brave any storm. I can reap every seed I'm sowing, 'cause that's how we do it here at home. That's how we do it back home. Back home, up high in Colorado is my home. It's among the Rocky Mountains I belong. Oh, it's so good to be home. Thank you, friends. This next song is one that I wrote, and I want to dedicate it to all of our neighbors from Glen Haven. Whether you're here with us or not with us tonight, this is called Up West Creek. Thank you, everybody. Well, I think it'd be appropriate to do something a little upbeat and lighthearted, so here's another John Denver song for you. Y'all know it? Yeah? Oh, when I was a little bitty boy just above the floor, we used to go down to Grandma's house every month end or so. Have chicken pie and country ham and homemade butter on the bread. But the best darn thing about Grandma's house was a great big feather bed. It was 9 feet high and 6 feet wide and soft as a downy chick. It was made from feathers of 4 to 11 geese, took a whole bolt off for the dick. And it hold 8 kids, 4 hound dogs, and a piggy we stole from a shed. Didn't get much sleep, but we had a lot of fun on Grandma's feather bed. After supper we'd sit around the fire and the old folks spit and chew. Pa would talk about the farm and the war and Granny sing a ballad or two. Well, I'd sit and listen and watch the fire till the cobwebs filled my head. Next thing I know, I'd wake up in the morning in the middle of the old feather bed. It was 9 feet high and 6 feet wide and soft as a downy chick. It was made from feathers of 4 to 11 geese, took a whole bolt off for the tick. And a whole 8 kids, 4 hound dogs, and a piggy we stole from a shed. Didn't get much sleep, but we had a lot of fun on Grandma's feather bed. Oh yeah! Well, I love my ma, love my pa, love my granny and my grandpa too. I went fishing with my uncle and I wrestled my cousin and I even kissed Aunt Lou. But if I ever had to make a choice, I guess it ought to be said, well, I'd trade them all plus a gal down the road for Grandma's feather bed. Yes, I'd trade them all plus a gal down the road. That's a really bad idea. It was 9 feet high and 6 feet wide and soft as downy chick. It was made from feathers, 4 to 11 geese, took a whole bolt of off for the tick. And it hold 8 kids, 4 hound dogs, and a piggy we stole from the shed. Didn't get much sleep, but we had a lot of fun on Grandma's feather bed. Didn't get much sleep, but we had a lot of fun on Grandma's feather bed. Yay! Well, thanks everybody. Going to do another original song here, and I actually had a request for this one from my friend Abigail, who's here with her red cowgirl hat on. Hi, Abby. Say hi to everybody. Abby's asked for this song specifically, and I thought, well, you know, it's very appropriate. This song began as a poem that my mother wrote in August of 1976, and I put it to music. It was on the 100th birthday of the Colorado state, a day to long remember many came to celebrate. The old Big Thompson Canyon was filled with happy guests, residents and tourists, some just stopping there to rest. And the rain came that night and it wouldn't stop, and the river filled to the very top, until it overflowed with the raging flood, and the canyon cried, death and life and blood. Oh, oh. It was then the giant wave, plunging from the top, swept away the road, washed through homes and shops. Rescue teams were working, they were searching day and night. They tried to bring survivors from that devastated site. 'Cause the rain came that night and it wouldn't stop, and the river filled right to the very top, until it overflowed with the raging flood, and the canyon cried, death and life and blood. Oh, oh. On that tragic July evening, a brave hero lost his life. State Patrolman Willis Purdy died so others could survive. He headed up the canyon, leaving Loveland's lower ground, all alone in his patrol car, warning everyone he found. 'Cause the rain came that night and it wouldn't stop, and the river filled to the very top, until it overflowed with the raging flood, and the canyon cried, death and life and blood. Oh, well, it looked like Mother Nature claimed the canyon for her own. Wanted her big Thompson Canyon, she took back what she'd loaned. We know her mighty power can't bring us joy or fear. Let's all pray that she'll stay peaceful for another 1,000 years. 'Cause the rain came that night and it wouldn't stop, and the river filled right to the very top, until it overflowed with the raging flood, and the canyon cried with death and life and blood. Well, thank you very much, everybody. You know, I feel so blessed and so fortunate to be here with all of you tonight. And it's because of my wonderful neighbors and folks like you that I'm able to do what I love to do for a living. So I just want to thank all of you, as well as the YMCA. Thanks, folks. Give yourselves a hand. I mean it. I mean it. Well, here's another original song, and I hope this one can, whatever your situation may be right now, I hope it will bring you some peace. When the world has got the best of me, it's spinning me around. My angel's right in front of me, but I can't find my ground. I wish I knew where I could be, free from all this stress, when all I see around me is this world in such a mess. I let go and I let God, whoever he or she may be, a gentle voice whispering through the trees. I'll just let go and wait and see. When the challenges in front of me start to bring me down, distracting and confusing me and knocking me around, it's then I turn to nature. There's a message there for me. The solitude she offers brings such sweet serenity. I let go and I let God, whatever he or she may be. The ocean waves sing a melody. I'll just let go and wait and see. As I listen to the music from the silence deep within, the sunshine's breaking through the clouds. My smile is back again. I open up my heart. My song is playing in the wind. I know this music that I hear is Mother Nature's hymn. She says, let go and just let God, wherever he or she may be, and always know your prayers are listened to, Open up your heart and let it be. And you can know your voice is listened to. Open up your heart and you will see. May you all be well and happy. I wish you peace, love, and joy. God bless you. Good night.
How about one more? Yeah.
Oh, all righty. Now, I suppose we should take a vote. Shall we leave with a peaceful, feel-good, thoughtful ballad, or shall we leave with something bawdy that makes us laugh as we leave? We're going to do the second one? All right. It appears most of the kids have left. Am I right? Okay, I want to do this song here that is a whole lot of fun. And this is a song that was written by one of my favorite songwriters, John Prine, and it was recorded and given some renown by John Denver. So, folks, if you don't like it, I didn't write it, but it sure makes me feel good to play it. So let's have some fun, and God bless you all. She was a level-headed dancer on the road to alcohol, and I was just a soldier on my way to Montreal. Well, she pressed her chest against me about the time that the jukebox broke. She gave me a peck on the back of the neck. These are the words she spoke. Blow up your TV, throw away the paper, go to the country and build you a home. Have a little garden, eat a lot of peaches, ooh, try to find Jesus on your own. Well, I sat there at the table and I acted real naive, 'cause I knew that topless dancer had something up her sleeve. Well, she danced around the bar room and did the hoochie coo. She sang a song all night long, telling me what to do. Blow up your TV, throw away the paper, move to the country and build you a home, a home, a home. Have a little garden, eat a lot of peaches, ooh, try to find Jesus on your own, yeah! Ah, but I was young and hungry and about to leave that place, and just as I was going, she looked me in the face. I said, you must know the answer. She said, no, but I'll give it a try. And to this very day we've been living that way. Here is the reason why. Blew up the TV, threw away the paper. We went to the country and built us a home. We had a lot of children and we fed them on peaches. Ooh, they all find Jesus on their own. We blew up the TV, away the paper, went to the country and built us a home, home, a home. Had a lot of kitties, we fed them on peaches. Ooh, they all found Jesus on their own, and they all found Jesus on their own. Oh yeah!
So much, Brad. Thank you for joining us for this fun evening. Thank you for your generosity. We have raised over $3,000 for Crossroads. Congratulations. Thank you so much for being here. And we are mountain strong. Thank you.